Welcome to another edition of Wake Up Westview. I'm your host Mason, and this is Abigail, and of course Mr. Martin. Today is Friday, February 13th. It is day 2 of the weekly schedule. That means that first grade needs to turn in their library books. This morning we will hear news and forecasts about upcoming Westview events. Mr. Morrison will wrap it all up with a gotcha update and the spec squared. And here's Abigail with our top story.
Thanks. Our top story is the company space experts with NASA to send an unmanned rocket into the International Space Station. It just completed a successful trip to the space to deliver more than 5,000 pounds of food, scientific experiments, and spare parts to the space station. It took 5.5 hours for the rocket to fly from the space station back to Earth. The rocket landed safely this week in the ocean off the coast of California. Now back to Mason. We have to come over there.
Thanks. Well, today's forecast is mostly cloudy and a high of 32 degrees. Tomorrow's forecast shows our Valentine's Day forecast is partly cloudy and windy with a high of 27 degrees. Now on to Westview for the news for today.
Well, happy chilly Friday and an early happy Valentine's Day to all of you. We will have a lot of extra people in the building today to help us celebrate our early Valentine's parties. And so make sure, as always, that you're being a great ambassador for your school and showing your 3 R's at all times today. Also next Wednesday is the last day that we'll be handing out gotcha snowflakes because we are going to will spring to get here. Winter is coming to a close. All grades have also earned their gotcha incentives, so congratulations, and I hope you really enjoyed the incentives and enjoyed the movie and the popcorn and PJs. We want to thank our PBIS team for putting that together, and a special thank you to Miss Finney for popping all those bags of popcorn and making the office smell so yummy. Okay, and then we have a special drawing because a lot of you have been saving up box tops, and there are prizes that will need to go to 10 students. So we're going to draw those now. Daniel Lacey already won a movie certificate, so Daniel brought in a lot of different movies, and we have his movie cards here. So we want to celebrate that. We also are ready now to draw names in here, okay? It's sealed, I see. Top secret. Okay. So, Mason, would you please draw 5, and we'll have Abigail draw 5. Devin Johnson. Sydney Freeze. Joshua Dill. Yes. 2 more. Zach Adams. Yeah. Emerson Gris.
Yeah, baby.
Kaylee Kirkland.
Yeah.
Tae Young.
Well,
Tae Young.
yeah.
Clayton Burton.
You want? Give me that. Yeah.
Aubrey Hollowell.
Yeah.
And let's see, we'll do one more. And that is Brian Woods. All right, congratulations on those. 10 students brought in box tops will win a gift bag with gardening tools because we really are looking forward to spring. And please come to Miss Keene to get your prize. And here's Daniel's gift card. All right. And now, back to you two.
Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so we thought to take a couple. So we thought we'd take a couple of minutes to tell you more about the holiday.
Way back in time, there was actually a guy named St. Valentine.
That just started the whole idea of celebrating love and friendship.
He gave up his life to help people get married, even when it was against the law.
Here's a short cartoon to tell the story. Roll it.
Saint Valentine was a bishop who lived in the 3rd century in Rome. During his lifetime, the Roman Empire was crumbling down from the attacks of surrounding tribes. Emperor Claudius II, who ruled during the chaos, believed that marriage made soldiers weak. He issued an edict that forbade marriage to ensure the quality of his soldiers. The ban on marriage was a great shock. The kind bishop noticed the injustice of the decree. He held the law of the church and helped lovers who came to him, uniting them in a holy matrimony. But it was only a matter of time before the emperor heard about this friend of lovers and had him arrested. Valentine was imprisoned. While waiting for his sentence, his jailer, Asterius, approached him to use his saintly power and heal his blind daughter. Valentine succeeded, and her sight was restored. They became close and fell in love. After a while, the emperor issued a verdict. Valentine was asked to agree with the emperor about the ban on marriage, thus giving up his religion. Valentine refused. Just before his execution, Valentine asked for a pen and paper and signed a farewell message to his lover. From your Valentine, a phrase that lived ever after.
Oh. Whoa, look at that. They just pulled that out.
Okay, today's poem is by a woman named Alice Walker. It is another story of love, but this one is a mother's love for her children.
Alice was the first African-American woman to win the Pulitzer Prize for a book called The Color Purple in 1982.
But before she wrote fiction, she was a poet, and the poem you're going to hear is called Woman.
This is about the mothers and grandmothers who are not allowed to go to school, but did everything they could to get their kids an education and get them into good schools.
Alex Steniger from Miss Gaddy's class will be reading Woman by Alice Walker.
Roll it.
Okay, let's roll it. Roll it. I said roll it. Just roll it.
There were women then, my mama's generation, husky of voice, stout of step, with fists as well as hands. How they battered down doors and ironed starched white shirts. How they led armies, had rag generals, across minefields, booby-trapped ditches, to discover books, desks, a pace for us. How they knew what we must know, without knowing a page of it themselves.
Hey, Alexis. Well, most of you know this, but just in case, we have a 3-day weekend coming up.
Yes. Yes, baby.
That's right, to celebrate all of our presidents, we get Monday off for President's Day.
But what made them choose that particular day in February?
I'm glad you asked. The third Monday of February is the closest to us, George Washington and Abraham Lincoln's birthdays, two of our most famous presidents.
Oh, but we're celebrating all of the presidents, right?
That's right. Okay, Mr. Morrison, yesterday was Double Down Thursday, so how did we do with our gotchas?
We did really, really well, and I think there was maybe a record put in the record books yesterday during Double Down Thursday. So with 2 gotchas, we had kids class, Miss Gowdy's class, Eagle's class, and Miss Carol's class. With 4 gotchas, Braun and Sheridan. With 6 gotchas, Bales. With 8 gotchas, Coash and Anderson. With 10 gotchas, Mrs. Burge's class. Now here's the record book.
Yeah.
With a new record coming from Ms. Borkowski's class, 32 gotchas.
Those are backwards.
32, there you go. All right, congratulations. And respect chart square, so if you would turn to square R2, and if your name is there, I will meet you up at the front office, R2. How about 2?
Understand out the riddle. How does Mickey Mouse browse the web? On his iPad mini. Please stand with us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now here is the Westview Pledge of Respect.
I have
The right to be treated with respect. I have the responsibility to treat others with respect. I must first give respect when I want to receive respect.
Please sit down and have a great day. Enjoy your 3-day weekend.
Okay, R2, these are the people.